Right. Hi guys. That worked that time. I don't understand why it did that. Never mind. First off, I will show you. Ta-da! I know it's not perfect and you can see lots of cracks. We're going to ice it probably tomorrow or Saturday, depending on when Mummy gets home. And yeah, and hopefully it's going to look really good. I'm going to put raspberries in the middle of it. Anyway, today we are making brownies. And thank you to Joey, who is the husband of one of my dearest friends, who's called Krista. I'm going to make sure that they watch this video because they are absolutely lovely and I love them to bits. Anyway, make sure you have a reasonably big tin. Put it on a baking sheet if you don't trust that it's gonna, if you don't trust it or whatever. Make sure you've greased that. Make sure that you've washed your hands and put your hair back, etc, etc. You know the drill by now, I'm sure. Well, I did exactly the same for the video yesterday, so yes. First things first, take, oh my word, I need to stir this. I know you can't really see it, I'll hold this up back. That is 8 ounces of butter, which is 225 grams, or 2 sticks in America. Please note this is an American recipe, so I'm working in cups, which I'm not used to doing, and as such, I may take a little time explaining things. Anyway, you stir that. You also in here you also have 6 ounces of chocolate. I'm sure you can do conversions yourselves. I'm not going to do conversions for you at this stage. You're supposed to it says to melt it in a saucepan and then chuck all the ingredients in, but I'm doing this slightly differently. Okay. Make sure that all the butter is stirred in, and look at that. No, you probably can't see it. That is good chocolate. Anyway, these are mint brownies, by the way. You can add any flavourings you like to them. Anyway, pour that into the bowl. Look at that. It looks gorgeous, I think. Anyway, plug in your electric mixer. Make sure you've got... If you don't have an electric mixer, make sure that you've got a decent hand mixer. Anyway, take 3 cups of sugar. That is 3 cups. I do not know how much that is in ounces. Pour that in there. Turn the beaters on and mix. Once you've done that, you add in 1 egg at a time. Now, the recipe requires 6 eggs. I only have 5, so what you do is you add in 1 tablespoon of vinegar, okay? If you don't have enough eggs. Mix that in. Okay. Number 2. I'm glad you don't have to separate these. I had enough of separating yesterday. There we go. There we go. That's 4. Oh no, it's 3. You can use cocoa instead of real chocolate, but it makes a much drier brownie. Ah! Oops. That's what happens when you're not looking carefully enough. Oh well, it doesn't particularly matter. I've already got 3 in there. Number 5. Hang on, I'm trying to remember something a second. And now for the vinegar. I think it was actually supposed to be a teaspoon of vinegar, not a tablespoonful. But anyway, it doesn't. Teaspoonful of vinegar. Make sure you screw the lid back on and put it back. Okay. In the corner. Anyway, now that looks very, very full and lovely, make sure you clear up and put the eggshells in the bin rather than in anywhere else, because otherwise, well, we had a problem with rats a while ago, and it turns out that rats will go up to 2 miles for an egg, so we tend to put ours in the bin. People tend to vary. You then add in the flour. Now, if you're like me and you're poor and you can't afford self-raising or self-rising flour, whichever country you're in, put in, I think, about a teaspoonful of baking powder. It's about 12 ounces. And obviously you've got to be very, very careful. Then add in half a teaspoonful of vinegar, not vinegar, vanilla extract, see, or whatever you call it. Whichever country you're in. There we go. We'll add that in, and I'll put that back in a minute. Okay, 10 minutes. I've got about 4 minutes left before I do anything. You mix that in. That's gorgeous. And then you need 1/8 of a teaspoon which is that small of mint, because mint tends to be fairly powerful. This is peppermint essence, just like it asks, or peppermint extract depending on what country you're from. Now you can have as much or as little as you like. You can flavour it to taste if you want. But I think that smells delicious. That is perfect. Not too strong at all. And look at that. Doesn't it look gorgeous? Now, pour it very gently. There we go. Into the cake tin. Okay. Make sure you've greased this beforehand, of course, but okay. Oops. Doesn't it look lovely? You then pop it into the oven, which is preheated to 180, which is 350, which is about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 180 degrees Celsius. Do not ask me what it is in ordinary terms. Oops, there we are. And leave it for 25 minutes to half an hour, which I am going to do now. I will come back and show you what happens after, once it's cooked. Brilliant. And that's going to be 14 minutes exactly. 1, 2, 3, bye.